There's gonna be Minecraft music in the background, so just let it be. But I need to tell you something very, very important. At your core, you need to be yourself. Not technically yourself, but you have to be the person that you want to be. What does this mean? This means that there is a version of you that you aspire to be, and that is the yourself that you need to focus on. If you be literally yourself, the problems that come with that is that this yourself has convinced you so many times to waste your time, so many times to give yourself a promise and not live up to it, so many times to just do things that you wish you never did. And there's a version of you that you want to be, and you can be that guy, you can be them. You just need to accept that you don't want to be yourself, and that's how you start living a life that you want to live. You need to live a higher standard lifestyle where you hold yourself to more accountability. But to do that, you need to accept that you cannot be the person that has convinced you to do the bad thing over and over and over again. And that is what's most important. I think there's a little bit of selfishness that you need to have. You need to think I don't need to live the life that I want to live right now. I can live something much better. And then you gotta just go and live it. You just gotta. That version of you that you don't want to be has convinced you to not hit the gym so many times. That version of you has convinced you to indulge on apps and social media so much that you lose your time, you lose every ounce of willpower you have after. So the point, after you do the thing that you thought would make you happy, you don't even have the energy to go live your life the way you want to live. We're only here for a limited time. We cannot waste our time worrying about what's happening online or what this person thinks of us, and the more time we spend online, the more that's going to happen to us. By no means am I saying that you shouldn't scroll or you shouldn't watch videos online. I watch videos online all the time. I watch Netflix, I scroll occasionally on TikTok, I watch Instagram. This is something that I do. But you also have to understand that doing this so much can mess up your life, especially when you have nothing else going for you. When all you do is watch something, when all you do is scroll, and all you do is just consume content and don't create anything for your life, not just content, but just things in general, you will fall down a hole that is going to be so hard to get out of. There's going to come a day where your competence is tested. There's going to come a day where your ability to hold a conversation is going to be tested. There's going to come a day where your attention span is going to be tested. And the more we spend time watching content that doesn't help us or doesn't even entertain us that much, and we do it but for the sake of scrolling, you fall into doom scrolling, you will fall into a hole that's going to be so hard to get out of. Your brain's going to crave short-term content, so much that you're not going to be able to focus in a conversation. You're not going to be able to speak up for yourself because your brain will get 50 thoughts when it should have only been thinking about 3. Think about it. When you scroll so much, what do you think is happening in your brain? What do you think is going on in that brain? And I'm saying this as a person who scrolls, right? It's not a bad thing to scroll, but just like anything, you do something so much, it's going to have side effects. You watch 50 videos in the span of 10 minutes. That's not necessarily a good thing, right? That amount of content that you watch, especially when you skip past most of those short contents, you're training your brain to process one piece of information, then the next, then the next, then the next, then the next, before it even finished processing the first 2. And so when you're talking to someone, you're gonna just wander. Your brain's gonna go somewhere else while they're trying to talk to you. When you have a good idea and more motivation to go and improve your life, and you get up and you start working hard, you study more, blah, 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 that's also going to get ruined because you got that motivation, but it's so feeble because your attention span's not good because of how much you scrolled. And so it's going to fall just as fast as it came. You're not going to be able to hold that motivation long enough to act. And this is the danger of that. And we can retrain our nervous system to watch more long form videos by just forcing our brain to sit down, close our hands, and just watch longer form videos. And I'll be honest, I haven't been doing this recently. However, the times that I have been doing it, my life has gotten so much better. My life has gotten infinitely better. I never regretted sitting through a whole podcast. I'd put the podcast on, maybe there's some science, Andrew Huberman podcast, and I just like watch it for like, I don't know, like 2 hours. And you call me, oh, unemployed. Your screen time is like 6 hours, so like, come on. Life will demand more of you. Not just for the hard work, but also the fun that you have in your life, the memories that you create, the friends you meet, the girlfriends you have, the boyfriends you have. Like, these things happen in life. This is just the way of life. And when they happen, they're going to demand your attention. Your attention is the only currency you have, and it's the most expensive currency ever in the world, because your attention dictates like what people get from you. Like right now, if you watch this far, I hope I've given you enough like incentive to watch this far, and you're paying me with your attention, right? And your attention could be like actual work, or it could be the time you spend like watching this video. Like this video is for me, it's like 7 minutes, right? These type of things, it costs attention, and you need to have the attention to do that. I need to have the attention to look at the camera and just talk about a topic, like a singular topic, without wandering or rambling on about something else. That costs attention. And when I spew it, just wasting my time, it's not gonna help me. I need to hold myself to a higher standard. And you need to tell yourself this too. You need to hold yourself to a higher standard. Like, hold your hand up and say, I'm gonna hold myself to a high standard. I'm gonna hold myself up to a higher standard. I'm gonna hold myself up to a higher standard. Say that over and over and over again, and go through life with that level of zest in your energy, that you are holding yourself to a higher standard. This does not mean become this like alpha, like, oh no, like I'm big, like I'm talking, my face is like this all the time. Like, smile, bro. Like, it's not like a bad thing to smile and have like a personality, but what I mean is like, just take life a little bit more seriously, and that means also take the fun stuff seriously, but don't waste your time with the short-term like bullshit. That's all I'm saying. Live a life, go out with your parents, go out with your friends, study really hard, work really hard, meditate, journal, find out your motives, find out your incentives, your values. Live a fruitful life, like live a full life. It's not gonna happen every single day, but try to live every moment like as if like it's a really like important moment. Listen to people like you've never heard their voice before, ever. Like you've been deaf all your life, and this is the first voice you're hearing. When you listen to someone with that much intention, they will feel it. They will feel loved. They will feel your presence and your attention. But if you keep thinking that they're gonna be there forever, that's not true. But yeah. That's it. If you like this video and you want to see more, click the subscribe button and the like button. I make videos like this all the time. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.